Hello and welcome back to Nier Replicant. Last time we went to the junk heap and basically just had to watch a brother go through a fucking mental breakdown again. Finally getting his quote unquote revenge. And now with and we also got the law of robotics meant. Now we only have two more left, which is in the forest and some other like disclosed place that I don't know. They're probably gonna give me a prompt to say like, okay, which one we going after next, or we talk to Popola, but we nearly got all the fragments. Yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys. All right.
Popola said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
Yep.
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
That's where we're going next. Good old forest of hope you guys' week has been alright. I can't complain. Outside, another thing I ordered, just they're doing that thing again where it's like, oh, it's gonna come today, but it's been in the same place for God knows how long, so I'm probably not gonna get it today. Like, the thing in question was Daybreak 2, because I think it's like 4 say like, oh, it's like they have a deal for it, like on loot, it's for like the dark edition for like half off, like, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I was like, I'm probably not gonna get like another chance to get this like wild like that. Like, the thing with that is like it usually takes a few times. Like I did find it like a few times in the past, but let me just have it so I don't have to worry about when like using Daybreak on like actually for me, like, the game has to be full. Like, I'd rather just like, the only time that didn't happen was, again, the crossbow games. We have time to localize that. Even with the Zero Front, like, had already been done. So, that's crazy how we have to wait a year between that and after. Hey, buddy. Alright, oh. Sorry. This is probably like the shortest video we do, because again, before the minute is just a bunch of questions. Not too out there. And then like the last one we do is gonna be strong. Yeah, I think I'm done with my purchases for like the month. I was like, I think I'm done. Like, I still have like a whole lot of shit in my backlog to finish up too, and also this. Like, I'm not.
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just, they say one thing, and then because when I first ordered it, they said like, you ain't getting this shit till Monday, and then it's like, oh, never, like, it was like between the 25th and 27th when I first ordered it. Then when like the order receipt came, it's like, you ain't getting this shit till Monday. Then like an app told me, oh, it's coming out today, but it's been in the same spot. So I'm like, oh, I've seen this before. I dealt with this before. So I ain't getting that shit today. They're gonna say like we tried. There was an attempt or whatever bullshit excuse, but look, it's not happening. So I'm like, whatever, man. Like, I'm not in a rush to get it. But come the fuck on. Stop lying to me about that. Especially when I like know the blaze. I'm like, okay, you're obviously in the general facility of like where I'm at. So don't give me that bullshit of like we attempted to make a delivery. It was like no, you didn't. Like don't lie to me. Just say you didn't want to deliver and leave me be.
Oh, hello. How are things? Hmm? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Weird.
God, more tree people? I thought we were done with this. I thought I was done dealing with tree people. This is Boruto. Oh, hello.
The key to the Shadow Lord's castle? You're talking crazy talk. Anyway, enough of your madness. Let's talk about my story.
Should I? You know what? Sure. Since this is gonna be a very short video, if I just go to the fucking tree with trial and error on that very day, it's just a whole lot of ellipses. What? It's just more ellipses. You got my hopes up, man. Or are they talking and we're not paying attention to them? Because that's also rather rude, Nier. Like, come on. You should know better than that. Speaking of knowing better, like, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but yesterday, like, I didn't talk about it, but there was also the whole thing with Crush 40. Well, like Lee said, with Crush 40 and Sega, like, for the rights of Live and Learn, and turns out like neither one of them can use the song. It's in fucking limbo, and I just thought it was crazy how we got that in the Sonic 2 movie, but we can't get that in anything else now because of that. I was like, this shit. It reminds me of the whole like Sonic 3 soundtrack and like, because you know that whole thing where every re-release you couldn't hear like the OG tracks for what was it? Ice Camp, Carnival Night, and what was it? Launch Base, Rocket Base. I think it's Launch Base. You cannot hear like and the boss thing. I was just like, that shit's crazy. I was like, that's why I'm like an adamant of if we're doing Sonic 3, we're doing Sonic 3 from the fucking Mega Collection. We are doing it, God, and I'm like, we are doing that bullshit of like, oh, we're gonna play with the other music. Like, I grew up with both, but definitely doing the OG Sonic 3 first, like whenever we get to that, ever after. At least they were thorough, quite. Okay. What about you?
Unusual activity? Here? No, I don't think so. But I do have an incredible story for you. Want to hear it?
Sure. Hopefully yours does. Oh, god damn it. It was. Oh, like, surely. However. Oh, okay. You got more words. Cool. Meanwhile, a wife. What about your wife? And the dismembered corpse had. Also, we just live in a weird time, man. Weird all around. Without getting too political, like someone had the bright idea to use the Pokemon theme for I think an ice ad, and I was just like, that's fucking crazy to use. It's like, gotta catch them all. It's like, oh, you're treating human like they're cattle. Have I heard this before? Is it like, I feel like we're in a constant cycle of like those who don't learn from history are born to repeat it like every day. What we consider like we're having a full fucking year until like the second term, and I'm just like, dude, what are we doing? So I'm just like, shit's crazy, man. The real culprit was. All I can say is that you guys wanted this, and we tried to warn you. I will always stand on that hill and die on that hill. That we warned you that all this was going to happen. We warned you the first time, you didn't listen. Then again, you saw what happened, and it's happening even worse off than the first time. So it's just like, how can things get worse? And then things just get like way worse than it needs to be. So shit's crazy, man. And I was like, you guys wanted this. You enabled this. You enabled this behavior, and now you're trying to get other people to like follow the same mindset. And then he's like, why aren't you guys rising up and fighting back? We did the fighting. We did all we could to be like, yeah, no, let's pick the lesser two evil. Twice. Didn't happen. So I don't know what else you can say, man. That's why I don't fuck with politics and the government, because I'm just like, no. just, can you believe it? Right? Quite the story. Wonder how it's gonna end. Press, much of the story's been hidden from us, yet you seem to grasp it. But I still know how it's gonna end. Okay, now we can talk to the tree.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
That's just how we
You
are,
should
man.
talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Dark Age. Foreign associate.
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Time for a storybook. Choose your own adventure. Black, pure darkness, painting over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now. But time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, with the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. This is not how it's supposed to be. The plans failed. Once long ago, the tree remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Most were as much a part of the tree as roots and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And was a formed web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into worlds of light, and the light clustered into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them. Look at my memory. The child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Then, beyond words, the boy's skin is shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strained emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is no room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with a tan skin and deep green eyes. She's a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him. He's unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon girl stop coming. He knows this is every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her his feelings, this might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up his memory and carefully stores it within himself. Etched upon it was a single world. Envy. Look at my memory. There's a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. If she strikes a weapon stir, it turns into pure salt in the eyes. But when the white smoke clears, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly. Applying the unending string pain fills her with joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug able mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child is on her head, the dying remnants of our rage. Friends and fellow warriors come and go, some flee in terror, some are relief. She began to fight with third companions, but it was gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce, low sound of Rita is white. Get closer. In darkness, looking up, the warrior sees the beast so large that it glows out of the sky. She's laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the time it sees her daughter collapse in a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It's never a single one lost. Look at my memory. A rat dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, I know you've been lost. Shame, fate, blood. I've made centuries of existence. The tree saw the eggs, heard me later. It began to wonder. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seem ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness like this. It was lost beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have to stay with feeling that something was missing. The monster of memories is so carefully assembled and disappeared. The tree stretched its branches into part of the tree. But new memories refused to flow. Four of them of memories were black and empty, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing to be done. Sit to the feeling of memories living to the ground of its purpose. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Although this place is gloomy as hell, the room near to enter was almost completely empty. All I could see were a few crystals shattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Nier suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the forest of myth, this village prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As they stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Finally, it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized they must listen. They must listen. But there, a small and shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It could be a shade. Trey grasped every jewel in his hands. Oil dumped, told out his mouth with sharp, broken teeth. Sights and sounds tickling for each one before passing forever. Triggering even memories between precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. The shades pretty consuming memories. Scenes of memories. The tree extended a branch towards me. As I thought, he brought a sword, laid down the shade, turned his tongue wide open, peeled the brush from the shade, and poured it across the changed floor. Look, thought the tree. There was the conviction memory I lost, the satisfaction, and the other was, yes, this is good. The tree opened his mouth and took to speak, and no sound emerged. In the lane of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things. Rather than be upset, he breathed a vomit with good cheer. Closing all his powers of will for speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore, act. Spat out a glimmering, grim jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost enemy? Was it green? He spoke. Shade as color and motion. It broke wise out of silence. contact mode and things is perfect. It's near, it's the wrong situation. Just felt lots of change begin to occur. Something out of course of experience of his arm out to the entire body. The emotion more than the inconvenience. Focus of senses. She cried out with surprise and joy. 1,000 years along, 1,000 years of quiet contemplation. She felt like it was going to break apart. The long sense was true and all. The heart sealed and new, powerful emotion again. All these obvious heart life. It was born in the same emotion. It had been designed. To gain its soul. No man. It was promised made long ago. This coming. These something has been dropped. You like sensation. But it's not something. I implore you. How many were lost? How many were lost by the Lord and God and Thursday flames. Okay, little time is over. Kill the soup shade once and for all. Something brown and shiny fell from the open stomach and fast floor. The key, cried Thursday. Secure the key. The man sword low. The man sword slow. Time can't the light. The light around. Stretching and slow. Unassuming. The man sword words flowed. Came to the turn. World memories began to practice infinite blackness. World break the wall. Twice. World long dark. Like a world of letters. I am born. Most important thing is the world. Life is complete. Mirrors disappeared. The tree that day began to dissolve. As they were slowly faded, you were drawn back to the real world. And the tree satisfied.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
Buddy, there is so much I need to tell you about Shades.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill him without all this hassle.
Oh, okay, buddy. Come.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
And we got the memory tree key for Fragment. I swear these videos are getting shorter and shorter.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
Yeah, okay, you're gonna hold off on that. We're done here. So, but yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Like, I figured it would be like a short chapter because, well, a short video. Just hearing like, it's the four of the fucking myth. Like, all it was gonna be like, text adventures and whatnot. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to make this as long as I can. Like every video gets a like little important key moment. So that was it for this video, and it's literally the shortest one I've done. I think since like the first time we came here, I want to say like that's just as short. But yeah, this is just, you know, it's to be expected. But thank you guys for watching. Sorry, like, it's really short, but that ain't much I can do. Like, I'm trying to pace myself with this, so, like, every fragment gets its own episode, you know, so, that being said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, whoever's, like, been watching and sticking along, like, I truly, truly do. As always, keep your friends close, keep your family close. remember, as long as you have a support system, you're never truly alone. And for as many bad things are happening in your life, there are good things waiting for you to outweigh them. And as always, keep your head up and know that you're appreciated. If you don't feel like you're appreciated, you're appreciated. I appreciate you, always. So, that being said, I'm gonna call the video here. Next time, we'll be checking with Popola in the village and get that last fragment. So, see you guys Thursday.